Welcome back to another episode. Happy Monday, guys, by the way. We're doing this back to back, if you
Yeah,
guys
we are.
believe that or not.
Or I wore the same outfit. Sorry, no tengo ropa.
If you did not watch last week's episode, please watch that first. But if you do, we're here again with Hayel. Ooh,
And the crowd goes wild. Okay.
We're not gonna talk about what we actually. Let's talk about what we did last episode. It was a pretty interesting.
It was.
It was very much into investment, what you do for a living, how you did it. I didn't get really emotional with it. I feel like I asked you like top of the iceberg questions.
Yeah.
And then I told her I got her prepared. I was like, okay, this next part 2, get ready because I'm gonna ask you real life questions and real life things. Yes. Let me check something real quick. Hold on, guys. I get paranoid. I don't know why. I get so paranoid that something is not recording because it's happened once with like somebody who I remember that my phone went and I was like, oh, maybe I got a text message. Nope, it stopped recording after an hour. And we went for another 30 minutes. I was so mad.
That's so upsetting.
But let's get into it. Want to do a little reintroduction again?
Hi, I'm Nicandria Jael Nungaray, and I've known David since I was in 6th grade, so it's been a while. And I think that's it.
Okay. Quick question. How do you pronounce your last name again?
Nungaray.
Nungaray?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that from?
It's actually last name from Basco, España. Okay. So it's like in the border of Spain and France.
Okay. So where are your family from?
My family immigrated from Basco, España to Jalisco, Mexico. Oh, and that was a few generations ago. So maybe like 4 generations. Oh. So my mom and then my grandpa and then like 2 generations before my grandpa. I'm bad at math.
I've always thought Jalisco was so nice though.
I know.
Have you ever been?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Oh,
my mom says that the prettiest girls in the world are from Jalisco.
Oy.
And it's not because we're from there. It's because it's facts. It's because it's facts. I tell it to everybody. But specifically people from Jalisco, I'll be like, oh, you know that the prettiest girls are from there? And like, yeah, huh? And then I'm like looking at them like, uh-huh. We're both just saying that because we're from the same place.
Delulu.
We're both from the same place.
No, but you're very gorgeous. You're very gorgeous. You're very gorgeous. So last episode, like I said, we were talking about investments. We were talking about hopes and dreams, how to stabilize all that. We didn't really talk about how hard it really is to want to achieve your dream. We have something in common. I have a 10-year plan. I started it when I was 20. My plan at the end of my 29th year is to move to Seattle. I've always, and everyone always goes like, why Washington? Washington is... It's not the best place to live.
It's stunning. I don't know what they're talking about.
And then like they're like, it's so expensive to live there.
Probably. Yeah.
And then I tell everybody it's expensive to live anywhere.
That's true.
You just gotta.
It's expensive to live in Denver.
100%.
Not for me, but y'all stay safe out there.
She got that money.
No, I live off my mom.
You know that thing that goes like real rich bitch, real rich bitch. That's me. This entire episode. No, but I remember my general manager when I did my interview, he was like, what's your 3-year plan? And I was like, ooh, I've only had like a 10-year plan. I've never...
And 3 years is nothing.
And so I just told him like some BS. And then he was like, what about 5 years? And then 5 years, it hit me. I was like, oh, I'll be 29 by then. And then he was like, oh, okay. What do you plan to do? I was like, well, like I told you, by the time I'm 30, I want to go to Seattle. And he's like, okay, that's work-wise. What about personal-wise? I was like, I want to be married by then.
Period.
I want to have kids. I really do. Everyone always tells me you'd be great with kids. And that's 100% true. I love kids. I used to work...
Someone cue in the part where he said, I hate kids, like
100%.
Last episode, please.
100%.
Someone make an edit.
No, I hate other people's kids. Let it be mine.
You're like, I love them.
No, I love any kids that's biologically connected to me. Like my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Love them. And they're devils, bro. They're devils. Like my little niece, she just turned 3. Guys, they put little chongos on her. Oh, and I'm like, it's because they're trying to hide her horns. Straight up. Like she's like a little devil. But we were just talking about it. We both want kids, even though we're not the best at times with kids.
I don't like kids.
You know?
I'm sorry.
But when it's connected to, we love our kids. We love being around them.
I think there's 4 types of people. I don't know math again. I will reiterate that. There's people that don't like kids and never have kids.
100%.
There's people that don't like kids, have kids, and don't exactly like kids, but they tolerate kids. There's kids that don't like kids, have kids, and then start to love kids. And there's people that love kids and have kids and love kids. I think I'm going to be like the person that doesn't like kids and then has kids and then they're they can tolerate kids.
100%. I
That's
could
it.
see. I could see that.
I don't think I'm gonna like kids. I think I'll like my own, but I think I'll become like I'll tolerate them a
Like,
little bit more.
would I become a teacher? No.
No.
But will I teach my kids their ABCs?
Oh yeah, of course.
1000%.
Sit down. Sit down. We're gonna learn our sight words.
And it's hard when you have a goal in mind. And everyone always thinks that social media, I feel like we were just talking about social media has ruined our concept on working hard for something.
Yeah.
And I've always thought doing this pod was going to be super easy, super cool. And one day I finally crashed out. I crashed out so hard. It's because, think about this, I was working 40 hours a week. My shifts were so irregular. So I would open one day, be mid, and then closing, then be mid, and then open.
Oh.
It was so irregular. So I was getting so drained out. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, do I really want this? Was there ever a time where you were working hard and you're like, do I even want this anymore?
Let me think. Yeah, when I was studying for the bar. I was like,
by the way, congratulations.
Thank you. I did just take that. I was like, all of this. I'm doing all of this just to be a stay-at-home mom someday. It's crazy.
Real?
I was literally looking at this exam and I was like, for what? Like, and then I was like, okay, girl, shut up. Like, just take the exam. But I think it was at that point where I was like, I haven't like this. And it was also, I think, the first semester of law school when I still wasn't sure I wanted to be a lawyer. I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. I don't even want to be here. I don't want to be law. I don't want to do law. I don't want to be law. I don't want to do law. But it worked out, I think.
It's a real question. And I really want you to think about this. You don't have to answer it right away. Has doubt ever hit you hard enough where it really made you quit something?
No.
Really? That's the first time I hear it now.
Call me delusional.
Delulu.
I am convinced I can fly if I really wanted to. And I think that's helped me so much. My ego, my head is so big. And I mean that in like the humblest way possible. If I wanted to fly, I'm convinced I would fly somehow. But I think that there's nothing I can't do. Like, and I think honestly, people telling me that I can't do something is what like fires me. Because I don't like, if I put enough effort into it, I could do it. I remember for a while, I was like, I don't have the grades for big law. I didn't want big law. But I'm convinced right now that if I wanted a big law job, I wanted to work at a big law firm, I could get the job.
100%.
I don't know how. I don't have the grades. I didn't have the grades. But I could get it. And so I think that whenever, like, no, I've never been like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. I should, like, I should, like, quit. Because, like, first of all, I feel like it's embarrassing. I don't know. I'm not allowed to say that. But I think it's, like, embarrassing. Maybe not. I don't think anybody really thinks about other people as much as we think they do. Like, I don't think anybody really thinks of me as much as I think about me. You know? So I'm like, oh, people are going to think it's embarrassing. Nobody's thinking of me. It's just me.
I always think when someone tells me, I'm so scared to go to the gym because I feel like everyone's staring at me. Everyone's working on their own progress. Mm-hmm. Trust me, everyone is too busy focusing on themselves to be able to be focusing on you.
And honestly, I think whenever like doubt has like kind of creeped in my mind, it's like, ¿Quién va a ganar? ¿Esa cosa o yo?
Ooh.
Is like law school going to beat me or am I going to beat law school?
Ooh.
Or is like the bar exam going to beat me or am I going to beat the bar exam? Ooh. Like there's nothing's beating me. I'm sorry. I got to beat everything. So I think that's just how I've always worked. Maybe one day there'll be something that I'm like, I can't do this.
You're very much family oriented.
I am.
So we talked about that on the last episode, that you're very much family oriented. You don't mind me asking this. Mm-hmm. You rarely talk about one person in your family. Mm-hmm. You know who I'm talking about?
My dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we talk about that?
No, go for it.
Okay. So tell me the story.
Well, he's dead.
Okay. Oh.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Okay, that's not funny, but I'm sorry. He passed away when I was like 1, and so my mom was pregnant with my younger brother, and so I feel like you can't miss what you don't have. But I know that's not the reality of a lot of people, because I feel like a lot of people that don't have like a parent, like they can feel it. Like you feel like there's something wrong, or you want to have a dad, or you want to have a mom, like whatever. Like you have that like longing, and I think my mom did so good that I think people that have dads are weird. Really? Yeah. I feel like my family household structure is the normal one, and then everybody else is the weird one. Like people are like, I have a dad. And I'm like,
you grew up with a lot of women in your life.
I did. So it's my mom and my two sisters, and then me, and then I have two little brothers. So more female oriented. But yeah, so in my head, it's like, oh, okay, that's the normal. And my mom was strict enough for as a mom and a dad, so I don't need a dad to be like stricter. And she was very loving. She was very present. I think that's a big thing. I think a lot of the reasons that people will sometimes miss the other parent is because one of the parents is not present. Like the surviving parent is like working. It's hard. I think it's hard to be a widow. And so they're always working. But my mom was very, very present.
Your mom never remarried?
No.
Really? Do you ever feel like, not sad for her, but do you ever just, you know?
Yeah, pero how do I describe my mama? Let's see.
Oh, I know how to describe her mom. Straight up.
My mom's such a free gal. She's just a free gal. She's like, I hope she remarries someday. I think she deserves it. But I think once my dad passed away, her focus was her kids. And she didn't want like SA happening or anything happening to us. So she was super strict. She was very present. She lived her life, don't get me wrong, but she was very much like, my kids come first and then I'll look into remarriage. And so I hope she does one day. But I think after you're alone for so long, you just kind of get used to it. So, like...
I've always been... I've been told multiple times by a lot of people, do not get comfortable being alone.
It sucks. I think it is hard. So I don't know. I hope she remarries. She's talked about it. Like, she wants to. But she definitely wants us to, like... I mean, she still has me and my two younger brothers at home. So she's like, okay, ya cásate, ya cásense. Ya váyanse. But, we're not leaving, so... I'll be with my mom for a while until I get married. But no, I hope she gets remarried, and I do think she will. But
do you believe in love?
I do.
So I've been pushing this question off for a minute. You're in a relationship.
I am.
How's that?
I love it.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I know. We'll get back to the family part in a bit. Everyone's like, why are you pushing off these questions for so much? And I was like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. So how did you meet this guy?
Oh my God, this is my favorite topic to talk about. Ooh. So we originally met at Strive, actually.
Brother.
Okay. What a non-romantic story. Okay. But anyways, I was in 6th grade and he was in 7th grade. And I don't know if you remember, but in Strive, we had like electives at some point, and it was like I was going to say all the genders, but it was all the grade levels like mixed. Mm-hmm. So I think this was like in 6th grade. Yeah, it was in 6th grade. I was ugly.
By the way, electives sucked because they were never organized.
They were so unorganized. I met the love of my life for like a week, and then he was gone. But no, I don't remember. I think it was photography. It was like I don't know what it was. But anyways, I sat down, and then this guy sits next to me. He's like a year older than me, and I don't remember anything about this man. I didn't even remember his name. But he kept saying like Caldo, like in an English accent, and that would take me out. I don't know why. It's not that funny, but it would make me laugh. And so I think he was in that class for like a week. And I was like, oh, he's so funny. And then he was gone. They moved it out of my elective. And I never thought about him again. So then fast forward, I think I'm a freshman in high school and he's a sophomore in high school. And my sister's married to an Afghan man. So there was like a huge engagement party that we were going to. And so I get there. It's an all-girl event. And I remember that like there's this like Afghans will have like this like engagement party, and like the guys in the family, like the male family members will come in. So those are the only ones that come in. And I remember I was like, it was in the rec center at GVR. And so I was like there, and the guys come in and he comes in. And I was like, by the way, I don't really like look at guys. I'm like, oh, you're so hot. That's not like something that crosses my mind. But I remember I'm like, yo, that guy is so hot. And so I remember that I was like looking at him, and I was talking to like these girls that like are a little younger than me. And I was like, oh, there's a really hot guy outside. And they're like, who? Like, we know all of them. Who is it? And so then I go and I like point at him, and they're like, okay, him? You like him? And I was like, yeah. Anyways, I was really shy. They end up dancing. They do their little dance, whatever. And the girls end up like telling me like, go talk to him. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, it's weird. And so they push me into him, and we just start talking. Like, they push me into him, and we just yap. And then at the end, he like grabs his mom's phone because he didn't have a phone at the time, and he's like, add yourself on Snapchat. What's your Snapchat? And so I added myself on Snapchat, and I give him the phone, and I just leave. And I remember that at the end of that party, I walk out, and he walks out, and all I hear is him like yell, but like, you know when you like scream at the sky or whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. So I started giggling with my sister. I went. Then I did add him back on Snapchat, and we started talking. We started talking a little bit, and then we had like a thing for like a year, and then he broke my heart. It was very sad. It was very, very sad. And then we didn't talk for 5 years, and then now we're together.
Was that when?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "What? What do you mean that was that when?"
It was 5 years. It was a long time to be without someone you like and you love. But no, now and then we started talking, and it just felt like nothing changed, and so we're back together.
That's sweet. I feel like that's. I really thought that she was with someone else. Not gonna lie. That's why I was surprised.
I haven't been super public about it. I don't think he's actually posted on my main account at all. It's like he's like posted on my spam, but like there's no face.
Oh, okay. I feel like I know who it is because I've seen you post one picture of it.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Hold on. I feel like if you know, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like pretty damn obvious.
See? Yes, this is the guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's like, we want to see the guy. No, don't worry about it.
No face, no case.
No face.
No, I'm joking. I feel like if you know, you know. I remember this one girl was like, oh, who are you with? And I was like, I'll give you $5 if you guess. And she was like, oh, I already know who it is. And I was like, is it that obvious? And she was like, yeah. This is the ending we all knew was going to happen. And I was like, oh. Okay.
So is there any talks for, wait, how long have you guys been together?
I don't know. A few months.
Has it a few months? I feel like it's been longer.
It's been longer.
Okay.
Probably like a year now.
A year now?
A year, yeah.
Any talks about?
Soon.
Soon?
This year.
I know we were just talking about it.
I know. I want to be married by like next year.
Really?
So, yeah.
Any reason why?
I don't know. I feel like I'm old.
Okay, first of all, I'm a year older than her. The fact that she just said that.
I don't know. I think like when you know, you know. You know, like when I was 16, had he said marry me, I would have said yeah that same day. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I swear, I would have said like yes. And if he asked me like a year ago, like the day we started talking again, I would have said yeah.
Are you a lovey-dovey girl?
I am a lover girl.
Really? Okay, not to be rude. I would have never pictured you a lovey-dovey girl.
I don't know. I would describe myself as a lover girl.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
What makes you feel so comfortable around him?
I think he's just so emotionally mature. Like actually, like he's just so emotionally mature.
Is he our age?
He's yeah. He's how old are we? 24, 23?
I'm 24.
Yeah, he's 24.
Okay, so he's my age.
He is. He's just so mature, and I feel like even like back in like 6th grade, like when we met that one time, it's like he just kind of gets me. Like he likes me for who I am. Like there's never been a time where he's like, I don't like this. You gotta change this. Like it's just he's okay with that, and I like that because it's like okay, well I don't have to change. I don't want to change. But no, he's emotionally mature. I don't think there's anything I could say that would be like, I don't like it. Like he just kind of like takes it for what I say, and then he's like, okay, I really like that. And then if there's a disagreement, he'll be like, okay, well let's work on it. It's never like a blow up. I think it's not like a bad blow up. It's just talking it out.
So communication is key.
Yeah, and he's really good at communicating. I'm not good at communicating, believe it or not, but he is, and I think that helps a lot. Yeah.
The Yaver's not good at communicating.
I'm not good at like expressing my emotions.
Really?
Yeah.
So, question. You're so family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
You're so into that. Are you ever scared of losing them?
My family?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I don't know. Okay, this is a really bad trait, and I love my family, but I'm really good at detaching. Like, incredibly good. So I'm like, it's okay. Like, if something happens.
Do you find that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing at all. I don't think it's normal.
I've had we were just talking about a friend of mine from last year who they were so and I mean so proud that they were able to detach to everybody.
Oh, I'm proud of it, but I don't think it's a good thing.
I would sit down with them. I was like, I don't think that's.
I don't think it's good.
I don't think that's healthy.
It's not.
I feel like if you're losing a lot of people over one thing, it's
not good.
And I could understand getting disrespected once.
Oh yeah.
100%. But if you sit down with that person and you really try to see their POV, cool. The thing is, like, we sat down and there was no POV. It was my POV and that's it.
Ooh, yeah, no, I can detach. It's like a skill, like, and I think that's why I'm not good at expressing my emotions, because I unfortunately think there's a time and place for emotions. There's a time and place to be sad. There's a time and place to be angry. And when you have life going on, it's not. I can't be here sitting and crying when I have school to do or when I have an exam to take. Like even last week with the bar exam, it was a very crappy week. It was a very crappy week.
It was
Really crappy. I'm sorry. I cannot afford to be crying about it. I have to go take the exam.
Have you taken time to acknowledge it?
I've been running 7 miles a day.
Okay, so I really wanted to get on that.
But
I really wanted to get on that. Do you think that's healthy?
Oh.
Because it really got me worried because she literally called me so calm, and I was like, "You okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I have my bar exam, so I can't really think about it, but like, wait, they're there, and I was like, okay. And I feel like you blacked out a little bit because I don't think you remember exactly what we were talking. We were talking about. I was like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, we can wait until like 2 months or like whatever you need to grieve." And you were like, "No, we got until August." And I go, "Okay." I was like, I didn't want to call you cold hearted, and then I was like, "Okay, maybe she's grieving." And so I texted you. I was like, "Are you okay?" And that's when I got like a little bit like, "Yeah."
I'm really bad about my emotions. Like I am. So I think with my boyfriend, I'm pretty good because he's like, he pushes it. He won't drop it. It's the worst thing ever. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, please, can we just start a new topic? I want to talk about something else. I want to tell you the tea that I found. And he's like, sure. After you finish, tell me how you feel. And I'm like, fine. And then I drag it on for a little bit and he doesn't forget. But I'm just not really good at it. And I feel like it's hard because I just don't have the time for most of it, I think.
What's one emotion you wish you knew how to control?
I think sadness.
Really?
That's the one that I can deal with my anger. With my anger, I'll crash out and dye my hair. Like I can deal with anger. Like, and I'm also very like I'll get angry right now, but my anger doesn't linger. Like if I feel the anger, which it's very hard to get me angry, I will say I don't get angry often. If I do get angry, it fades away so quick. It's like an emotion that I feel.
Irritated easily?
I do get irritated because I hate stupid people.
Okay, so that's okay.
Like don't, and I for a long time I was like, I don't know what it bothers me. Some people just don't have common sense.
People always want to say that your irritation is you being angry. I was like, no. You want to see me angry? Go for it.
Angry and irritation are very different.
Very different.
For angry, like my blood boils. For irritation, I just like hate when people are like, hey, ¿dónde está el pato? Where's the ducky? And you're like, if you look to your right, your left, this is my left, it's right there.
Oh my God.
I hate it. So I get irritated a lot. But 100%. That's like a quick emotion. I think the only emotion that I don't know how to deal with is I think sadness.
Do you get quiet when you get angry?
Huh?
Do you get quiet when you get angry?
It depends on my anger. It depends on the person. If I'm like, how do I describe it? No. I get, when I'm angry, like my top level angry, I get really mean. That's Hayel. Hayel for you is like,
She's a little scared.
I will say like even the worst things I could think of, and it's horrible. I hate it. And then like a lower level angry is just like silence. Like I just kind of like sit there in my room, just like molding my thoughts and just like feeling it. And then I just watch a movie or something. But sadness is the one I don't know how to feel. I remember I used to be a crier, like a really bad crier. I would just cry over everything. I was really emotional. And then I was like, yeah, this is kind of like lame. This is lame. I'm not going to cry. So I've limited my crying to 1 tear. I can only shed 1 tear now. And it's really bad because I'll just be sitting there and I'm like, I want to cry. And it just like 1 tear rolls down my thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And so one day I'll be able to like just bawl. But I think I stopped like bawling my eyes out in like 2018.
Not the year. She came out with
I do remember.
Year.
Girl, my heart broke so bad.
Oh.
My heart broke so bad. I was like,
it was so bad that you had to go blonde.
It was so bad I stopped crying.
Oh.
That is traumatizing. I tell him every day. I tell him every time I can. I'm like, my heart breaks if I think about it. I'm like, it's so sad. It was so sad. My heart really broke that day. Never felt it like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad. But yeah, no, I limited my crying. I think I have a very bad coping mechanism with like sadness. But I'm trying to get it a little bit better. I think with running, it like lets me just kind of like, just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit liberating. And I feel like I'd rather like do something a little bit productive than just be like rotting in my room crying. Yeah. Can
we talk about therapy?
Go for it.
Okay, so I've been in therapy for a while. You recently just started therapy.
Yes, I started last year.
So yeah. How is that?
I was not super pro it for a while, but I like it because it's like a talk show and I'm the only one talking and it's all about me. And I love talking about me. So I did like therapy because of that, because I just yap and I yap and I yap. And I think a lot of my things, I think my issue in general is that I just don't talk about things. Like if something pisses me off, I'll just like keep it to myself and then I'll close it off. That's it. Or if I'm like upset, like I'm not gonna communicate that with you. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep it to myself and just cry about it, like cry about it in my head. And I think with therapy, I could just vent, and I love to vent. It makes it like okay, as long as I get it off my chest, it helps. So I don't know. I like that. I just can talk and just tell them what I'm feeling, and then it's like over, and then I kind of just get over it.
Do you ever feel like okay? So I remember my therapist told me one day, because I would tell him, oh no, I get over it. I get over it. I get over it. I kept telling them that. It's like, I just get over it. They're like, well, how does this make you feel? I don't know. I got over it. And then one day, the randomest, don't ask me why, the randomest place, one day I just felt everything that I was getting over because it was building up. I didn't notice that. I was building all this frustration and anger and all this. If you guys knew me before 2020, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I remember one day, Coldstone. I was in Coldstone, bro. This dude goes like, "Hi, how are you?" And I just start crying. I'm just like, "I'm okay." I just start crying out of nowhere. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's just, you guys don't have any cookies and cream." And it's so... I'm over here trying to lie to this dude because I don't want to cry like so hard. And it was the Coldstone that in Northfield. So like, imagine that, bro. I'm just like crying. And then I remember I kept that story for a while. Then I started going to therapy and I was like, why did that happen? And he was like, I think when you subconsciously keep everything to yourself, your brain will one day just say it's enough. Are you ever scared for that moment?
Probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe. I think
Did I just make you think about that?
you did, because usually
Sorry.
in my head I'm just like, in my head, I'm not gonna lie to you. Once I started law school, I was like, I'm a lawyer. I'm about to be a lawyer. Lawyers don't cry. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, by the way. But I'm like, I'm a big girl. Why am I crying? This is so embarrassing. Imagine someone saying your lawyer was in the car crying. Like, that's like the first thing I would think about. I was like, imagine I'm like sitting in my car sobbing, and then a client walks in and just sees me like crying my eyes out. That's embarrassing. I'm never gonna cry. This is why I don't cry. And I feel like one day it'll catch up to me, but I don't know when. I don't have a lot of things to be sad about. And so I think the big things that I am sad about, I just like lock them in. And I think at some point they're just going to burst. I remember in college, I don't remember what it was. I think it hit me my first year of college where I was just so sad. I don't know what it was. I was so sad. Like my heart was like, it hurt so bad. And I told my roommate, I was like, I just want to cry. And she was like, why don't you cry? And I was like, because I can't. Like, it's limited to one tear. And she was like, girl, that's not okay. And I was like, I swear I can't cry. And so she was like, we're going to watch a whole bunch of sad movies. And she put the saddest movies for me and I sobbed. And then I felt good.
What movies did you watch?
Me Before You. And then I read, that one gets me sobbing. But Love, Rosie also makes me sad. I don't know why. I think it just reminded me of my ex. So I was like...
You ever seen Eternal Sunshine?
Mm-mm.
Recommend it.
I watch it. So she put so many sad movies on and I just cried. And then I felt so better. But that's like the only time I felt it. Other than that, I feel like I don't like get too sad. Are you good? I might be ignoring it.
Do you feel like you're ignoring life?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Like, okay, realistically, and that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
What is crying gonna do? How is it gonna change my life?
First of all, okay, you really want an answer?
Yeah, what is it gonna do?
Okay, so I asked the same question to a bunch of people. I was like, because I remember people were like, "You're just going to the gym and you're not talking your emotions out," and I was like, "Okay, well, first, I'm getting physical health.
Period.
I'm learning how to fight.
Period.
I'm learning how to run.
Period.
And I'm just overall getting better." They're like, "Yeah, but you're not letting it out. You're just stressing it out." And I was like,
So?
what? Yeah, exactly. That was my whole mentality for like 2024. And then finally one day, when you cry, it's a moment of release. It's a moment where, and I remember this one time where I completely cried. And I cried for over an hour. And it was actually, believe it or not, it was actually, so we're going to go into the next segment. It was actually in church. And I remember this one time, for some reason, I felt something push me. I I felt something going like, "Do you have to go? You're holding in this anger. You feel like you don't deserve any more friends. You feel like you're safe. My safe place was my car, by the way. My safe place with my car was my car.
Okay.
And then it got totaled. So I was like, I had no safe place. I know.
Did you at least sue?
Huh?
Did you sue?
Sue what?
Who hit it?
Oh, okay. So the first one, they hit me. The second one, I hit them.
Did you sue?
And then the third one, no.
You could have made a lot of money off of that.
I know I could have.
Anyways.
And the third one, believe it or not, the third one was the hail damage. It completely broke my windshield. It's so bad. But I remember this one time I was in church. I was at a youth group, and it was a Friday, and I was supposed to go out that night. But my friend Saida, shout out to Saida. She's right here. Okay. So she was like, "Dude, are you going?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Dude, you're going." And I was like, "No." She's like, "Dude, you're going." And then her now fiance, because they're getting married next year, he texts me. He's like, "Bro, I'm picking you up." And I go, "No." So they convinced me to go. And I was just so irritated because I was supposed to go out that night. I was supposed to shake something and catch something. You feel me? I catch something that night straight up because this pastor says something. He said, if you keep holding in, how did he explain it? So imagine your life as a dam. If you keep holding in that water and your dam is not foundated, it's never going to give water to the fruit that you need to water. Okay. And I remember hearing this and I was like, I don't get it. I was like, isn't the dam supposed to be there to keep us safe?
Right.
That
was what I was thinking.
And then he goes, when we look at the story of Noah, the reason the flood happened was because we need to be cleansed. We needed to be. Now, am I boring you? I'm sorry.
No, sorry. No, you're not.
I'm just kidding. I was like, we needed to be cleansed and we need to be, the reason God sent the storm was not for you to know that you were alone. It's for you to know you were never alone.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that. And I remember going up to the altar. I didn't even know I was there. I completely blacked out. I was there. And finally I went, where am I? And then I just started crying. And I started crying and crying and crying and crying. And I'm not a big crier. So when this happened, I started crying. And then for once in my life, I felt like I was able to just express my emotions. I was able to understand that everything's okay. Everything will be okay. And so when I tell people, don't hold in that tear. Because at the end of the day, you're going to, okay, come on.
Don't make me cry.
I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to cry. I always tell people, I'll cry with you. I know how to cry on command. Acting skills.
Me.
Just the one single tear.
Actually, I'm pretty good at fake crying.
Bro, me too.
It helps. If I want brownies, I actually found a video of me in 2017, crying my eyes out for brownies. And then, the minute my sister says yes, I was like, okay, cool.
That's so real.
I got my brownies. I'm good. No more fake crying. But anyways, go on.
But I remember crying. And in that moment, I think this has been the only time that I've actually spoke to God. And he responded. And I remember saying, Dios, ¿por qué estoy llorando? Why am I crying if life is so good? And he said to me, I'm getting teary right now. He said, if life is so good, why do you keep ignoring my grace? And I remember thinking, oh, you're not clocking me, are you? Stop it. And in that moment, I felt someone touch me and they were praying over me. And they were like, God is telling you right now to let it out and let it through. Ever since that day, I have never been ashamed to cry. I've never been holding in a tear. And the reason why is because you know how good it feels to just cry, dude?
It does. But I'm not going to lie to you. I think I got traumatized after that breakup because I have never cried that bad. Mm-hmm. And so afterwards, I'm like, this is algo leve. No pasa nada.
No pasa nada.
No, but I do think that after 2018, I was like, okay, we're done. Mm-hmm. But I think I do need to cry a little bit more.
And I'm not telling you to cry right now.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. But I do think that at some point you do because I think he was worth every tear that I would shed for him.
100%. So. And I feel like once you cry, you get back up and you start noticing, oh, life's not that bad.
Well, I mean, I did cry the week of, but then it's like, okay, it's done. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, yeah, you can. I mean, I cry now if I think about it, like, a little bit, but it's like, in my head, my resort is like, let's focus all that energy into something that's going to be productive. And so running it is learning a new language or finding a hobby. Like, it's something that, like, I'm channeling my sadness into, which is.
Sorry, I was biting my hand.
You're good. You're good. You're good. But I think that's like it sucks at some point. But I think I am working on it. I think I need to just get better about like feeling my emotions and not being super ashamed. Like it's okay to be sad.
No, yeah, 100%. I think we were just talking about this. You used to be an atheist.
I did. I was for like a whole year or so.
You used to be an atheist, and a lot of people don't know this. I used to be an atheist.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, so we we were both in that same bro. You know, no, I got to a point where I said, "How could a God do this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You get to that point, you're just like, "How's it? What?"
Yeah.
And then, no, why don't you talk about your journey?
Ooh. Okay. Well, so we grew up Jehovah's Witnesses, like my whole family, and I love it. I think they're a great religion. I love it so much. But I don't know what got into me, and I was like, yeah, I don't believe in God. Like God would not punish. I think I had a hard time like accepting the fact that like there is a religion that is right. Like I think that anybody that prays to a God or anyone that believes in God or anyone that's faithful to a God is it's a good thing. Like I don't think that like a Jew is wrong. I don't think a Christian is wrong. I don't think a Catholic is wrong. I don't think anyone is wrong. I think everyone they're all some sort of like truth in them, you know? And I think it's like engraved in all of us that it's like, oh, it's my religion or no religion. And I just don't believe in that. And so it was like I don't like or people that don't have any religion. Like I don't think they're bad people. Like one, I don't think you need religion to make you a good person, but I also don't think that not having religion makes you a bad person. Like I don't think that made any sense. But anyways, so then I went through like a little phase where I was like, no, like it just if that's how God is, I don't believe in him. Like I don't believe in like one is right and the others are not. And then I started just kind of looking and reading, and this was kind of like 2017, I think. I think I was like atheist in 2015. I don't know. I think this was in middle school though. In middle school, I didn't believe in God for a bit, and then I think in like high school, I started like kind of reading a little bit more. So I was like, okay, I really like Islam, and started looking at that, and then I realized that I really liked it. I finished the Quran last year, so I did.
Congratulations!
I know I didn't read the Quran ever until 2024.
It's a pretty big book, huh?
No, it's not that big.
No, it's a pretty big book.
I liked it. I really liked it.
There's a lot of laws that you have to focus on. 100%. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm being serious because I've read the Quran.
I loved it. It was such just a good book to read, but I in 2017 I did do a lot of research on Islam, and I liked it a lot. I think Islam is a lot about intent, and that's what I love about it. I have like a little note where I have like everything that I like about it, and it just felt right. Like I don't know. I think it was like the first religion that made me like want to learn, and like I was learning more, and it didn't feel like an obligation. It just felt like fun, and I like things that feel fun. And I don't know if religion is supposed to feel fun, but it was like I want to read, I want to learn, and I want to research this, and I want to do this. And so then I just started learning, and I learned, and then I took a little break from that actually again. So I went from 2017 to 2020. I was like learning about Islam, and then from 2020 to 2023, I stopped. Just was gone. I was like, okay, cool, break from religion. And then starting 2023 again, I started learning more, and then I think I committed more in 2024.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna ask you a question and I just.
My mom says that when that happens, it's because you were gonna lie to me.
That's all. No, I feel like I was just telling her, I was like, I really love how Muslims are so not obedient, but so
submissive in a good way.
I think they're so able to just understand their word because it's so clear. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like when you read the Quran, it's so clear to you.
I had a very hard time reading the Quran because I haven't read the Bible, but I know how the Bible, like, I mean, I've read snippets of it, right? And I did grow up around it. So I was like, okay, cool. And the Bible reads like a story, if I'm correct. Like in my head, it reads like a story. Like there's a story in there. And I don't think the Quran is like that. And so when I was reading the Quran, I was like, this just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm so confused. And then they were like, no, like somebody, I talked to like a reaver, he's a Mexican reaver. And I was like, I just don't get it. And he was like, well, it's not a story. It's a book of life. It's like, it's a guide to life. And then I was like, yo, you're right. So then I reread it. And I reread like the first few chapters where I was at. And I was like, that's true. It reads like a guide. And I think it's so much easier.
It's giving you step by step
what you have to do.
Exactly. And you're completely right. I remember having a talk with one of my youth pastors a while back. that I was like, oh yeah, I'm reading this. At the time, I didn't know it was a bad book, but I was like, I don't care. I read it completely. I read this book called The Book of Enoch.
Okay.
And yeah, I get that same face
I've never heard of it.
It's a chapter that some religions have.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I highly
Okay.
recommend it. I'm not gonna get too into it because a lot of people get confused when I talk about it.
Okay.
But we can talk about it right after if you're if you want to. But I remember reading this and he said, "Oh, you can't be reading that. Like that's blasphemy." It's just it does a story about angels and how they lived here and those who were banished, and that's why we have giants and
Oh
all that.
yeah.
You know where I'm getting
Yeah,
at?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember reading this and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was just getting so overstimulated because it is a story. The Bible is a story.
It is, yeah.
It's a teaching. It's teaching us how not to do or not supposed to do. You guys have direct, we have stories.
I do, and I haven't read the Bible yet because it's a bigger book. So I read the Quran last year, but I do want to still read the Bible. And so that is on my list. I'm thinking probably next year I'm going to read it because why not? It's a fun
100%.
book. And I think I could still annotate. Originally, I was going to start with the Bible, but it's so big. It's like 2 times the size of the Quran. So I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to read the Quran first because I know I can finish it right now.
And what a lot of people don't, I'm about to put a little controversy in here.
Go for it.
So a lot of people don't know that there's a chapter missing from the Bible.
Okay.
It's this is actually historically true, and a lot of historians have proven this, that there's a moment where Mary takes Jesus to India.
Okay.
And he learns about peacefulness, about understanding love, understanding forgiveness, and understanding what it means to be enlightenment. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that.
No.
Nowhere in the Bible. I'm being so nowhere in the Bible does it say that. Because, and this is so true, if Christians knew where our true teachings come from, they would hate it. And I fully stand by that. Because if they find out that the person who died for our sins learned it from someone else, they would 100% disagree with it. And so I remember I heard this, and I heard it from a video, and I was reading about it. So I was like, you know what? If he's learning from other people, so should we. So I started reading the Quran. I started reading crap. What the hell are these called?
Torah.
The Torah. There we go. I started reading this. Once you really get involved and you start reading each and one of them, you start to notice how similar we are.
They're
And
so
we refuse to acknowledge how similar we are.
I feel like in religion you get so stuck on like your religion.
100%.
And it leaves you kind of I don't want to use the word ignorant, but just like close-minded, I think. And so actually when I was like researching religions, I was looking at Islam. I didn't really look at the Jewish religion too much because I think that's the one religion I don't understand.
It's very complicated.
I know that
a lot of people are going to be like, no, it's not. No, it's complicated. I swear,
they don't believe that Jesus has come yet, I think.
They believe, so when we read the Bible says that there will be a Messiah that will come to set us free.
Yep.
The Christians believe that it is Jesus.
Yes.
100%, right? When we read the Bible, the current Jews at the time did not believe it was Jesus. Jesus kept telling them, I am the second coming of Christ. And they were like, no. So that's why he got crucified for lying, right? The Jews believe that we have not yet had the Messiah.
Okay. That's why I get confused. So I haven't read the Torah, and I don't know if I'm gonna, but I kind of was like, okay. And I follow like a lot of Jews on TikTok because I think it's fun. They do like this. I don't know, dude. I'm not a mom, and I follow a lot of mom talk.
Oh my goodness.
But I think they do like Shabbos, something on Fridays. I don't know. I'm not very Jew.
You mean the Sabbath?
Yeah.
The Sabbath?
I think so.
Where they rest on the seventh day?
Yeah, they don't turn on like the lights or cut anything. Yeah, okay, yeah. And it's so interesting to watch.
It's very, I'll look at it and I'm like, how do you guys? So they'll cook the day before.
And they'll cut for the day before, like the toilet paper and stuff. It's so interesting to watch. I also like, I'm obsessed with Mormons. They're like.
Okay, so have you, a little off topic. Have you seen the Secret Life of Mormon's Wives?
Yeah, I was actually following them like way before they blew up.
I started watching the show and I'm just like, this is interesting.
Mormons are so like interesting.
But I got into their religion a little bit the other day, and I'm being so for it's don't cancel me. It's a little racial.
Yeah, I actually have the Book of Mormon. One of my teachers gave it to me.
It's a little racial. Like the part about how they explain people of color.
Oh yeah, it's like a punishment.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I was like, dang, bro, that's crazy.
I was like, okay, we're not gonna get into this.
Discard it as a possible religion for me. But no, seriously, I do like learning. So I think like even just knowing about like other religions. I remember I took a whole Hindu class once.
Oh wow,
that was really interesting because like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Hindus have like a lot of variety in that religion, and so there's not like one consistent one. There's like subsections of Hinduism.
So I actually don't know.
So like in India, there's like North India, South India, East India, West India. These are all wrong, but they all have different variations of the religion. So they're all different, and I think that's always so interesting. I cheated the whole class, but that's all I remember, that they were all very different. So I did read about Hinduism. I read about Buddhism. Buddhism is really cool.
Never mind. I don't want to talk about
manifestation up in here.
Okay, so I've been told, and I actually did stop manifesting.
Well, manifesting is just prayer.
Thank you. Someone finally gets. I was like, manifestation is just.
It's just prayer. Like I feel like I remember even when I was like an atheist, I would be like praying without knowing I was praying, but it would happen, and I'd be like, oh my god, the universe loves me, and I was like, okay, girl, like I was just praying this whole time.
Someone the other day was like, you cannot say manifestation, you gotta say prayer, and I'm just like, okay. Prayer.
Well, I don't know. In a way, I feel like even manifestation could be a little different. Like I feel like if you're like thinking about it, I really want this. You're not praying to God. Like I really want this. You're just saying it in your head, and I'm sure He listens to that. So it's like, in a way, yeah, because it's not like the Bible says prayer, that right? But I don't know.
This is really interesting. The Bible says that the devil never hears your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know how. Again, I've only read the Quran once, and I didn't understand it fully, so I have to reread it. So don't like quote me on anything about Islam. But I remember growing up, I did hear that. Yeah. So you weren't allowed to pray out loud. You had to pray in your head.
So Well,
no. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses do pray out loud. Oh. But in my head, I don't know where I learned that. But I remember that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I learned it because I only pray in my head.
100%.
So I don't know.
So the Bible always says that the devil will never hear your thoughts because you were created by God and God created your mind, so He will know what you are thinking.
I don't know where I learned that, but it stuck with me. So
that's another topic for another day. That's another topic. But yeah. Do you love learning Islam?
I do. I think it's like something that I do out of joy and something that makes me like happy. Like it's like I was just talking about this with you, but it's not something that's expected of me anyway. And I feel like everything else that I do is like an expectation. Like in my head, at least, it's an expectation. Like I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. And I think with religion, it's like something that I chose and it's something that I can learn. And I don't have. There's no like deadline. Like I don't have a plan. I really don't. I read the Quran. I knew the Quran. I wanted to read it within a year. That was my goal. And I was like, whether I read it all in one day, whether I read it in 2 months, I don't care. The goal is by the end of 2024, I got to finish it. And so I didn't read it for the whole year. I read it like a month before the end of the year and I finished it. And I was like, cool, we're done. But it's something that I do slowly. And if I like don't do something, I don't feel guilty for it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it when I can. So in a way, it's, I don't know. I feel like not doing it's like, hey, whatever. No, but it does matter to me. And it's something that I'm taking at my own pace.
Is it like how do we say this? Is it your only moment where you actually just stop and like just breathe?
Yeah, because it just doesn't feel like, again, like it's not an obligation. Like I'm doing it because I want to. I'm not doing it because I'm sad or avoiding an emotion or because I have to submit something or because somebody wants to be proud of me. Like it's just something that I really do enjoy learning about. And I think I enjoyed about it like a lot. Like even sometimes I'll like draft up questions and I like compare JW and Islam a lot. Like I'll go to the JW site and I'll like research a question. Like, oh, I was wondering about this. I'm going to research it on their end. And then I'll go and like look at Islam and I'll go research it there and just like compare it. I like it. It's fun.
Do you ever get to a point where you completely just want to give yourself to it?
Yes. But I think it's like, I think I'm waiting until like I get married. Okay. Honestly. I feel like I'll be able to like fully commit once I'm married.
You and him are both.
He is Muslim. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was my question.
Yeah. I think it's just easier to be like more religious with a family that is the same religion. I think it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be easier for me at that point. But
have you had discussions with your own family about this?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sending this to your mom. I'm just kidding.
I feel like she knows. But yeah.
Do you ever get actually no, I already know the answer to that one. I was like, do you ever get scared that something's gonna happen? And you're like, no, I don't care.
No, I mean, no, I do care. I do care about my family, and I feel like we're so close. Like, genuinely, I think we argue. I mean, we go no contact for like a day. I don't know if that counts as no contact, but I'll block them. They block me. We go back together. We go hang out. We get ice cream.
That's so real.
Like, it's fine. I feel like we're all lousy people sometimes. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to be a bad friend. It's okay to be a bad sister. I've been a bad sister multiple times. Just have patience with people. And so I think with family specifically, like at least with siblings, I know like me and my sister specifically, or even me and my brothers, like there's a lot of like flexibility there. Like we just get it. Like I lash out and then they forgive me and then we go back to normal. So it's okay.
What do you do to be able to stop yourself from going into those dark moments?
Of like lashing out?
No, just like negative thoughts or anything like that.
I don't know. I don't have too many of them. I also just ignore them.
Do you? Do you think that's healthy?
Technically, no.
Okay. Technically
no, but I don't know. Like, I don't think I have too many negative emotions. I mean, I get angry, but then like over like things, right? But like everything just fades. I don't think any of my feelings linger. So if I'm like having a bad thought, it just doesn't linger. Just kind of like, oh, okay, get over it. I also like to look at the positive of everything. So if it's like a bad situation, I'm like, oh, I did this well, and I like this, and look at how I got this job, or look at how I did this, and like it just makes me feel a little bit better. It's like, okay, I think if we fixate so much on the negative, then that's all we see. When there is,
you don't doubt yourself.
No, I don't doubt myself. I know that I don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure I failed in a lot of ways, but I seem to always look at the positive because there is something positive in every single thing that I do. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna focus on that. But I'm also going to realize that I did mess up here and I got to fix that. But that's not like what I'm taking out of this. Like I'm fixing this, but I also think I did really good on this. And so that's what I'm going to fixate on.
There's going to be a lot of people listening to this pod and be like, how?
I don't know. I say this like, even when I wasn't like super like religious, and I don't know, I don't think I'm super religious now. I think I've always been just believe in God and that's it. And so I'm working on it. But I think like, and I say this a lot, I don't think God has ever failed me. And so there's always like something like if I want something, it happens. Like there's not a doubt in my body it's going to happen. If I want it, it's going to happen. And if it does not happen, which is very rare because it wasn't meant for me. That's it.
Random, and I mean super random little comment. I've never noticed that your eyes are completely brown.
Are they dark brown or light brown?
Yeah, completely like there's no pupil.
Don't talk to my boyfriend. He says my eyes go like super dark when I'm like not in a good place.
I can see it right now. Like I'm being so like I don't mean to be rude or anything, but like I'm looking at you and I'm just like, where are her pupils?
I know. No, my boyfriend gets freaked out. He was like, every time I see pictures of you, sometimes like during your dark era, I'm like, I don't know who that girl is, and I'm like, my eyes don't even look different. They look the same. He's like, no, your eyes are like pitch black. He actually mentioned that earlier today. He's like,
they're okay. So right now,
super dark.
They're pitch black completely. Yeah. Should I be concerned?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I was like, I just learned how to do CPR, so.
Oh no, I'm not gonna die.
Okay.
It's a staying alive.
Literally.
But no. Genuinely, I think it always works out. If I don't like, for example, if I was to not get a job, I'd be like, it's good. I'm gonna get something else better. Or if I didn't get like a scholarship, it's okay. I'm gonna get something better. I'm always gonna get better, and I think that just being grateful gets you so far. It really does. And I sound like a broken record. Like I don't have negative feelings.
What if you get a friend that straight up hits you with, hey, but I can't do that. Like I really, there's so many things behind me. And I think it's so hard for me to understand people who have, I mean, I've had depression, but like, I mean, severe depression where like they can't see the positive in anything.
I haven't dealt with people with severe depression because I don't know. It kind of, I get mind blocked. Like, I'm like, I don't know how to help you. Like I want to shake them. Mm-hmm. And I know that's not the solution. With most people, I think, even with insecurity, I'll go back to insecurity for a second. People will be insecure, right? And so I've seen situations where like it's two friends and one of them will fixate on like everything that the other person has. And we both people will have very, very different good qualities and very, very different bad qualities. And I think this was something that just my mom showed me, the chiquita. Like literally, jealousy is not nice. Don't if you're feeling jealous for somebody else, like analízate. That's what my mom said. If you're feeling envidia, analízate. Like what do they have that you don't have? And whatever they do have that you don't have, what do you have that they don't have? And not in like a bad way, but like look at how you're blessed. Like for example, somebody else could be like, my brother's so good with numbers. That guy is a genius with numbers.
Which one?
Miguel.
Oh.
He is so quick with numbers. Lucy, my other sister, so good with numbers. I'm not good at numbers at all. Like I can do basic math, but I'm also very good at like BSing. I'm really good at learning quickly. I'm really good at getting stuff done. I'm really good at fixing my mistakes. I have so many other good qualities. They have other really good qualities. Just because we don't have the same good qualities doesn't mean that we're any like.
But it works out because
it works out.
You have a business. We were talking about this on the other pod. You have a side business with your sister, and I actually wanted to ask you that. Was there ever a moment when you were creating this business with your sister that you were like you both bumped heads and you were like, I don't think this is gonna work out?
No, my older sister trusts me a lot.
Really?
So
Okay.
I have the business with Vicky. I'm starting the law firm with Lucy.
That's what I'm like.
So Vicky is the oldest. She's the eldest, the black curly hair. So she has Costco.
Love her.
Lucy is the small petite one.
Not Costco.
Not Costco.
Gotcha.
She does her Uber delivery little thingy, like the little delivery food. She doesn't like going to the store.
What's it called? Where she picks groceries for people?
No, like she orders her food to get delivered at home because she's lazy.
Period.
I love that for her. But so I started the photography business with Vicky. I'm starting the law firm with Lucy. So for example, with Vicky fully trusted me. I to this day I handle all the money. I handled everything for the first stuff. And when I took a step back from photography, she did everything. She does everything except the money. I still handle the money. So I still take my $50 here and there, and
Which I found really weird because
I don't do anything anymore.
You don't love finance.
I don't, but I am very good at saving. I'm very good at
that's another thing. Okay.
I am very good at saving. I'm very bad at doing math. Like it just hurts my head. I hate it. I hate puzzles. I hate stuff like that because I'm not like that type of trained. My brain doesn't work that way. So with financing, I'm really good. I can split the money up. I'm really good at that with me and Vicky because Vicky's bad. Vicky's lousy with money. I will admit that. I'm sorry, Vicky. I'm so sorry. Vicky's bad, but she'll fully trust me.
Okay.
And with Lucy's better with money than I am.
Okay.
So what I have is I can save money, I can split money, but I don't keep track of where the money goes. I don't actually know the margins of profit. I don't actually know how much we make a year. It's something I don't care about. I just as
Who
long as
deals
Vicky,
with that?
Huh? No one. If I get money in my bank account, I just sell it to Vicky, and that's it.
I think my another question is, does this ever come up when you guys are doing taxes?
No, I mean I just kind of print it out.
Really?
Like I have Lucy does it.
But is it like a full business? Is what I'm asking. Oh, so it's like a side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle. It doesn't make it makes enough, but it doesn't make enough for a lot of taxes.
Okay. You think that if you guys would lock in,
if we locked in, we would hire Lucy.
really?
My sister's a CPA.
Have you ever thought about that?
I don't think we charge enough for it.
Okay.
We don't we charge and then we're so on and off that it's just kind of At some point maybe, but I don't think I'm it's just.
Do you believe in side hustles? You think everyone should have a side hustle in life? That's a face I've never seen you do ever in my life. I've never seen you do this.
I don't know. I feel like if you have the time for it.
That's a good question.
If you have the time for it, go for it. If you don't have the time for it, don't even entertain it. Focus on the big money.
What makes you think someone has the time for something?
If you are well at home, if your bills are paid, if your kids are taken care of, if your husband is taken care of, if your wife is taken care of, whatever it is, if you have time to actually devote yourself to this, do it. And I think that would be my definition of it.
Sorry guys, I cut myself.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we had to do more financing on it, I would hire Lucy. I did tell Lucy actually to manage our finances, and she was like, "You guys, as long as you guys are making mega millions, I'm not gonna do this for you." And I was like, "Okay," but for the law firm, I'm not handling any of the money. I'm gonna let her do it. I even told her specifically. I called her and I told her, "Hey, can you do all the financing for the law firm? Because I don't know if you know this, but you could get disbarred if you're commingling funds. The way that law works, the law firms, I can charge you 10 grand right now, right? And I put it in a trust account. I think it's a trust account, but I haven't earned those $10,000. I can't go and spend them. So every hour that I work on your thing, I have to log it. And then I'm like, okay, I've worked 5 hours on David's case. That is, let's say I charge $200 per hour. That's $1,000. I'll grab $1,000 from that trust account and send it to my personal bank account. And then that's $1,000 I could spend. If I commingle those funds, I'm screwed.
Oh.
Disbarred. And I'm stupid. I'm so stupid with that stuff. I would not count right. I don't know what I would do, but I'm sloppy in that. And so I told Lucy, I was like, hey, you're going to handle that. She's like, oh yeah, I already planned on it. So it's like Lucy, me, and then Vicky. Vicky's just sloppy. We're not doing that with Vicky. I'm not trusting
Who's
her.
the oldest?
Vicky.
I know you just told me that,
Vicky.
but like, wait, so Lucy?
Vicky.
No. The other sister.
Lucy.
Okay. Is she the middle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it's Vicky, Lucy, me, Miguel, and Matias.
Is she? Oh, Matias. That's a beautiful name. I've always loved Matias. Okay. Actually, we'll talk about that off the camera because that's another. I can't talk about that on the camera. Is she more of the colder sister?
I think so, yeah.
Because we were just talking about her.
We were. I think she is. I think we all just have very different personalities too. So.
What I do notice is that, oh my goodness, this makes me laugh from you guys, and I'm so sorry you're gonna hate me for this. I'll look at family pictures of you guys, and not one single one of you guys is smiling except your mom.
I don't think we like our smile, like our teeth smile.
Like, you guys have such amazing smile, and like when I look at pictures of your brother, like when he just graduated, it's just him.
He has braces, so once he gets his braces off removed next month.
Okay.
Actually, no, he doesn't smile a lot, so I don't think he would smile.
I know, that's why.
I don't think he would smile without braces either.
I'll be looking at you guys, and this is why I love your mom. Your mom's the only one going. Like, she's so cute and adorable.
I know. My boyfriend always says that. He's like, you guys should smile more. You have such pretty teeth, and I'm like,
you guys have really great smiles.
I was like, no.
Do you think you intimidate people?
I've been told I do, but I don't know why. I feel like I might look intimidating. I don't think I look intimidating either. I think I have a resting like mad face.
You used to be.
I used to have really like mad face, but I think like within a few seconds I'm kind of just like smiling right away. Like I'm a very smiley person. Not in photos, but I'm a very smiley person, and I'm really like just talkative. So I think like at first glance I could probably see, and also I have a really mean like just like.
Do you ever like tell yourself you're not smiling?
No. Actually, yeah, when I'm in the street, because I hate gente sangrona. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate when you lock eyes and they're just like... And I feel like sometimes I do that. So when I lock eyes, I have to smile. I'm like, oh, hi! And then just walk away. But I do have, like, a very, like, just...
I have a resting face.
I do have a resting face. So maybe that's how I'm intimidating. But I have heard I'm intimidating because people just assume that I'm going to be really mean.
Can you believe someone told me I'm intimidating?
No. You seem like just like, oh...
They're like, you're a very intimidating person.
That's crazy.
I asked them one day, and I feel like this is the one part that we can really connect. I was like, what makes you say that? And he's like, you know what you want, and you know how to direct it.
Actually, yeah, I think that does make people intimidating. I think achievements, I think confidence specifically 100%. Makes people intimidating. So I can see how they would say that. I can see how they say that about me too. But I think it just like, it's quick to leave. Like it's like a first impression and then phew, just kind of goes. Because I think there is people that have accomplishments or that are direct and then they are intimidating. Like that is like they are not very like bubbly. And I think we're both pretty like, yeah, intimidating. I can see how people could be intimidated, but I think that right away it's like, hey.
It's also because this David is not the same as work David.
Oh, real.
And that's 100% true because when I switched departments, I started working at a different department and there was no communication. When I mean no communication, I mean I was working at the produce department and there was no like food stage. There was nothing prepared. And then the night manager would get mad. And then I would talk to, because I was in the mid. I would work with both. And 4 hours over here, 4 hours over there. And you know how irritating it is when you're hearing both sides of the story, but they don't want to talk to each other. So 2 weeks passed and they finally got me mad. They both got me mad. I literally sat down and I texted them both in a group chat. I said, figure it out. I'm done. I don't have to help you guys. I can just go back to my own department. And so I was talking to the supervisor and the manager. They finally have a great connection. And they both said the same thing. You're intimidating. I feel like even for someone who's not in a higher power, you know what you want and you know how to deal with it. And my thing is communication is key. If you don't have communication, get out of my way.
Yeah.
I know that sounds rude, but it's...
No, it's true. It's true. And I think, yeah, no, I agree with you. So, I mean, intimidation just comes in a lot of forms, I think. And I don't know if it's like a bad thing to be called intimidating. Like...
It depends.
I don't know. When people say I'm intimidating, I'm like, really? It's like they call me pretty. I'm like, really? You think I'm intimidating? Why? But like, I'm like, do you think I'm mean or what? Like, why? on a serious note, like, why? And then they'll be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine.
So, I feel like we got to sidetrack
We're sidetracking on this, but it's okay.
But, talking about you, I really want to talk about this specific topic. You legally changed your name.
I did.
Why?
So my original name was Jael Mireya Carvajal. And so Jael was a name given to me by my mom. Mireya was a name given to me by my dad. And then Carvajal is my dad's last name. And then when I was like 10, I was like, yeah, I don't actually like connect with Carvajal. Like my mom raised me. And like, again, it's not his fault. He died. But I was like, my mom raised me.
Do you mind if I ask?
Oh, he had a heart attack.
Really? Yeah. Does it run in the family?
Probably. I have no idea.
Oh.
I did get a heart check when I was younger.
We should definitely go to a cardiologist.
No, I don't like doctors.
Why?
I don't trust them.
What do you mean?
I don't trust doctors.
Actually, after you just told me that you lashed on one of them, I believe you.
Yeah, I don't trust American doctors. I'm sorry. Take me to Mexico.
That's good.
Take me to Mexico. I don't trust these doctors. Acting like they don't have illegal organ trafficking under the basement. But whatever. Whatever.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Also, they're horrible in court. But
I believe it.
So I was like, yeah, my mom raised me. I'm gonna change my name. And so I was like, Mom, like I'm gonna change Nungaray. But if you don't know, like legal name changes for children is really, it's just a pain. So it's like, whatever, I'll just go wait until I'm 18. But I started going by Nungaray. Like even if it wasn't legal, like I would just be like, hey, I'm like, this is my name Nungaray. Like I would present myself as that. And then around like middle school, I was like, hey, like I actually don't like Mireya. But I love the name. Like, I don't know. It was a weird feeling. I was like, I love the name, but it just doesn't feel like me. But it means to be, it actually translates to be admired. And so I thought that was a really nice meaning. But I was like, no, like I'm going to change it. So I told my mom, hey, I feel like changing it. I don't think it just flows like Jael Mireya Nungaray. Like I'd rather have like a first name and then Jael Nungaray. And she's like, yeah, okay. She's like, as long as you don't change the name I gave you, I don't really care. And I was like, okay. So then I started going by like, I think it was like in 8th grade when I was like, hey mom, okay, I would wake up one day. I'm like, call me Adilene. And she'd be like, oh, you're so crazy. And I was like, I actually don't like that name. And she'd be like, okay, call me Valentina. And she'd be like, okay, Valentina. And my family was tired of me. And they started going me. And then I'd be like, okay, call me Caterina. And I'd be like, I don't like that. Blah, 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 blah. And then I had settled on Caterina. That was the name. I was like, I like it. I'm going to call Caterina Jael Nungaray. I told my mom. And she was like, oh, I like that. She's like, what about Nicandria? And I was like, huh? And it's my grandma's name. And she's like, what about Nicandria? And I was like, and it just like clicked. It just felt right. I was like, yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it a lot.
It does fit.
I was like, I like it.
And she was like, does fit you.
She was like, really? And I was like, that's the one. Like, I didn't even have to think about it. I remember that same day. I don't remember what it was. I just remember she like suggested it. I was like, that's the name. And she was like, I never suggested it because my mom didn't like it. And I was like, what? I was like, it's such a pretty name. It's so unusual. I love it. So then I just like starting freshman year, I started going by Nicandria. And then when I legally changed it, I just went Nicandria Jael Nungaray. And so I'm still called Mireya at home. Like if you see a lot of my videos, I'm still getting called Mireya. My nephews and nieces call me Mireya. So it's very much a family name. But Nicandria is me at like home and stuff. And not home, like work and school. And Jael is just like.
Ooh. That's a long process though to do.
It was. I don't know what was going on with me in my head.
Like it, not only choosing your name, but also changing your name legally.
Oh God, it was a process.
I can imagine.
It was a process. I
heard that it was a process because you have to prove why you want to switch it.
I mean, honestly, it was a decent reason because I just told I just want my mom's last name. Like, I'm going to practice law someday. Well, not even law. I was just like, I'm going to be a professional someday, and I just want to carry my mom's name. So.
What? Oh. Pause. We already talked about that in the last episode. So I was like, what brought you into law?
Like, wait, let's go back to your favorite topic. But anyways, go on.
So overall, do you think that how you choose to name yourself really brought who you are? Or did it matter? Like,
no, it was weird because I do think it's very different vibes. I think it is very different vibes. And I think when you're born with a name, like, duh, if your parents name you, like I think a name is really important. Like you don't get to pick it. I did, but you don't get to pick it. Usually, like they're just giving it to you. And I think that's why people need to be more like intentional with the names that they give their kids. Because Jael is very different from like Nicandria.
So I find it really weird because, not really weird. I find it unique because it's usually from the people I know, it's JHAEL. So you're the first person without an H.
Oh, I've never seen that. I've always seen YAEL.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that one.
Yael or, and I know that in English people say Jael. I hate it.
I've never said it in English.
I know, I hate it. And so I'm like, it's Jael or Jael.
As a Latino, I feel like I can't look at names because I'll say it like in Spanish.
So it's Jael. It actually means mountain goat Wild mountain goat.
Really?
It does, and
that fits you.
you know why my mom chose it?
What?
Because I was like, hey mom, did you like me? Well, first it's a story in the Bible, apparently.
Okay.
I don't know why. Hael, I gotta search it up. Hold on. But anyway, we'll look it up. But
we'll look at it.
Hael is like a lady that like I'll pull it up for you guys. Hold on. I actually really like this. Hael in the Bible.
I love how she says you guys. You're part of it, chat.
Hael name Bible. Okay. But my mom really liked it. And I was like, that is a crazy thing to say. So in the Bible, Hael is a heroine who kills Sisera. She's the commander of an army to help the Israelis. So she like lures them into a tent and then she like gives them coffee to kind of drug them. And I think she's just saving her kingdom. I don't know what she's doing, but she ends up grabbing like a stake and a rock and she shoves it in their like head and she kills them.
Why can't I remember this story?
I don't know. Gotta Google it. But I don't know. My mom said she read it and she was like, and it just felt so fitting. And I was like looking at her like, you named me after a murderer?
But you be murdering these cases?
I saved someone in the Bible
and
in the cases. And then she was like, yeah. And it also means wild mountain goat. And I was like, that's so weird. And she's like, the reason she named me that is because in mountains, I don't know if you've seen how they run, but they can run sideways and they don't fall.
100%.
And my mom was like, and that's how I imagined you, like running through anything and nothing's gonna like drop you down. Like you're always gonna just like be there. And I was like, wait, that's kind of cute.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie? Oh my God, what's it called? I think it's called Turning Red. The Pixar movie.
Yes.
The one with the panda.
Yes.
Okay, question. You can say yes or no if you want to answer this. So the premise of this movie is basically that this girl feels like she has to accomplish everything her mom has given her.
Yeah.
The reason why is because if you look at this beginning of the movie, they're taking a picture and her mom is very like, oh, I don't want this. We're going to make it better and we're going to do this. If you guys ever seen the movie, it's so completely funny. I freaking love that movie. And there's a scene where they pose and she goes, how do I look, Meme? She's like, you look beautiful, mama. And then finally the mom goes, no, Meme goes, how do I look? She's like, perfect. So this creates this illusion that Meme has to be perfect, that she has to live a certain way because the expectations of her mom. And then the moment where she becomes a panda, she's scared to tell her, she's scared to show her emotions, she's scared. And finally, her mom tells her to suppress it. And finally, towards the end of the movie, we start to understand why she suppresses it. The mom was feeling like she wasn't unworthy enough either. You know? Do you ever get that moment where you're like, I can't really tell my mom a lot?
Sorta, but not like of that. I just feel like my mom has heart. My mom has like had like a wild life, genuinely. And I will always say my mom's done it all. My mom can do it all. Everything. There's not a dime. Like the same way I think I could do it all, my mom could do it better. My mom could do everything. And so I feel like she's accomplished so much. And I feel like as kids, like as children, your goal is to be better than your parents. And not in like I want to be better than them, but like they've already, everything that they've succeeded here, your job is to get better.
100%.
I think all of my siblings and I know that we will never be better than my mom.
Really?
Like I've sat there and I'm like, there's nothing I can do that my mom has not done or cannot do. Like my mom is the best. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like I want to be better than my mom, but I know I'm never going to because my mom's just an amazing woman. I love her so much. She can do it all. And I don't know. It's just like, dang. And I know that my mom, like obviously my mom's been sad. Obviously my mom's been upset. Obviously she's had to deal with grief. That's never stopped her. So when I'm like, oh, I'm complaining about grief, I'm like, okay, dude, if it didn't stop my mom, it can't stop me, bro. Like my mom just moved past it. She had to. And so I think that's just kind of like where it is, where it's like, I need to like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I need to be better than my mom, but it's like
if she could
do it, that's expected of me.
Do you ever think that stops you from feeling your emotions?
Probably. Yeah.
Am I giving you therapy?
Yeah, probably. But because my mom always did say there's a time and place. There's a time to be sad. There's a time to be mad. I remember one time I told her, like, oh yeah, I'm like really sad or whatever. She's like, well, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. When you're sad, declutter your closet. And I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, take everything out of your closet, every single thing, and then put it back in.
Dude, that's not healthy.
And she was like, put it back in, distract yourself, clean your closet out, throw clothes out.
You know what that?
She was like, you're gonna forget about it. And I was like, you're so right. So then I just started channeling it into other things. But like my mom understands sadness, you know. But it's just kind of like a.
Do you think it's a Mexican thing?
Maybe, but I also think my mom just like she was a widow. I don't think she just had time to be sad. Like even with my dad passing away, I don't think she had time to go.
The way this reminds me of Spanglish, Turning Red, and Encanto, bro.
Like she just didn't have time. I'm sorry. Like my mom was like, I wanted, like, even to be sick. I don't think my mom had time to be sick. She had 5 kids. She had to go and deal with 5 kids. And so I think that it's just like there's no time for this right now.
I think it's Latinos. We see that straight up.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a conversation with my dad, and I've never cried in front of my dad until last year when I completely ruined my car, and it was my last break in the straw. My dad has never cried in front of me unless we were at church. Straight. My dad does not care if we're at church. We can cry. That's straight up. So I remember my dad has always been. He's never called in sick, and my mom has forced him to call him sick. That's 1,000% sure. So my dad has been very strong, very wise. And if you guys know my dad is very serious. He looks like a serious guy until like you talk to him and he's just like a big goofball. And I remember talking to him one day and I was like, maybe I just want to be like you, you know, you have no emotions and you just, you know, straight up like you just go through life. And he goes like, just because I show you what I'm going through, just because I show you a good side of me where I have no emotions, and I'm not going through anything, you don't know what I'm going through when that door is closed.
That's true.
And so I remember I remember that for so long. And then I tell people, because I had friends like you, friends who are like, oh, but my mom, my dad, they never cry. My sister never cries.
They probably cry behind the door.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I was like, that means that I should not be focusing on this. And I remember my friend, she thought that for so long. She did not cry. She did not do anything. She suppressed her emotions. She cleaned. She did all this, like you were saying. Till one day, she completely broke down and she started apologizing to her mom. And then she said, why are you apologizing? She's like, it's because you never cry. I was like, no, I never let you see me cry.
Yeah.
So when I tell you, you need to cry, it's not because I want you to cry. It's because I want you to really, you know, a lot of people say I'm mature. Mature. Are you emotionally mature?
I think so. Not with crying.
Oh, okay.
Everything else. I'm pretty good. But not with crying. But no, you're right. I think it is that just like thing. Like I don't know. But my mom's great. I
feel like I'm going to get a text from Hyla's boyfriend tonight. What did you do? She's crying.
But no, literally. So I think that was my mom for you.
And your mom is very strong.
I love her.
Straight up. I was just telling her a story from the last pod. I didn't want to tell a story on the pod, but I have a little story of her mom, and like I was telling her, and I was like, your mom's just amazing, bro.
I love her.
Like,
the thing is, like, I don't know. There's no one that like meets her. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You know how like usually like
she's a vibe.
She's cool. I usually like you meet like parents and like their kids, and you're like, oh, their kids are like better than the parents. Not in like a competition way, but like, oh, they learned from their parents. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, my mom's a vibe.
My mom's a vibe. My mom is the shit. She's like, just up there.
She literally vibes with herself.
She's so knowledgeable too. Like, sabe de todo.
And I thought it was funny because she had her like little headphones in,
so
and then she was like, oh, and I was like,
she's so funny. The thing is, she like is so smart. She values education so much. She does it all. She's harsh. She's a strict mom, but she's great. And she's also loving. I will give her that. She's very loving, very present. And she's just...
You ever think she raised you different from your brothers?
She's very equal.
Really?
I think. But she gives kids the love that they need. So, like, we're all very different. Like, very, very different. So she treats us very, like, different in, like, the way... Like, when I was rebelling, the way that I got yelled at or the way that I got disciplined was completely different from, like, my sister. And it's also very different from my younger brother. Like, we all... she, like, is very good about that. Like, what each kid needs. Also, she's just very random. The other day I saw her watching a documentary on the Amish. Ask her any question about anything. She'll probably have answers for you.
The Amish?
She watches everything.
Why the Amish?
I don't know. She gets bored and she's like, un documental de los Amish, de los Menonitas. Voy a ver los Menonitas. And I'm like, why?
I just love that person.
And then she'll come up to me and be like, mira ya. I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you know anything about Cleopatra? And I'm like, no. She's like, hey, ¿qué te enseñan en la escuela? And I'm like, not that. And she's like, well, let me tell you what I learned. And then at some point she came up to me. She's like, I learned everything about the P. Diddy case. And I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, I watched a documentary about it. And I was like, why are you watching that? She go up to me and be like, do you know about the Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez drama? And I was like, why do you know about it? She's like, mira un documental, un YouTube video. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
She's just online.
She watches everything.
What a vibe. I'm gonna just send her this link.
She's watching everything. I'm like, oh, okay. She knows it all. She knows it all.
Sorry.
You're me. You're just like me for real.
I felt something. Hold on. I got distracted with this. I'm sorry. It's because it was like bothering me. And
no, same. If anything's wrong with my nails, I get like super fixated on it.
But yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
I'm trying to think of because I had a really good question in my head out of nowhere, and then I felt this right here, and I'm just like, what the hell is that?
Something fixating on it. No, I don't know.
What did you think of the pod?
I loved it. This is fun. I love talking.
Did you like the podcast room?
I did. It's very you.
Thank you. Everyone always says it's very you.
It is very you.
It's very. I think a lot of people, they'll look at the vinyls and they'll be like, oh, that's different.
I like it.
Like a lot of people don't think that I listen to Kendrick.
Oh yeah.
Or SZA. Yeah. Or Peso.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it.
But any word to the wise on just how to be yourself, be confident, anything.
Ooh, I got dizzy when I looked back.
I know. I saw that. I was like, oh.
Do better. Like genuinely, just do better. If you feel like you're not doing enough, do better. If you're like feeling negative emotions. Okay, for example, let's just get back into the story. There was a point where I was like chubbier, in May before I lost like 20 pounds. And I was like sitting there in my room, like loathing. I was like, oh my God, this girl's so skinny. And then I was like, girl, you could just go lose weight. You don't have to be like, this girl's so skinny. Just go lose weight. Like generally. So if you feel like you're ever not something you want to be, just go do it. Just go do it. Like sitting there loathing and hating yourself isn't going to get you anywhere.
You know what she reminds me of? You ever read the book, The Let Them Theory?
No.
Highly recommend that book. And I mean, I highly recommend that book.
I'll read that.
There is 5 books that I recommend in life, and that is one of them. Okay. When I read it, that's when I knew I wanted to start my pod. The whole premise of, and if you don't want to read the book, there's also an episode. It's called The Let Them Theory pod. I remember reading this specific part. If you ever feel like someone's talking bad about you, talk good about yourself.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that and I was like, oh shit. And there's more about it basically. I highly recommend this book, guys. It's a great book. But it's basically saying if someone doesn't like you, let them. If someone doesn't invite you to something, let them. Their actions will not ruin how you should live.
It shouldn't. And I think we, like, as humans, focus a lot on other people and what they think of us. Who cares?
100%.
Who cares? I've never cared.
100%.
I've never once in my life cared.
100%.
There's people that don't like me because I think I'm very much of a you love me or you hate me. There's no in between. You either don't. And there's people that do not like me. I know some girls that have never liked me since first grade. That's okay. I don't really care. They're not paying my bills. If they think I'm boring, if they think I'm annoying, if they think I'm ugly. I know somebody called me ugly once and I was like, you're a hater. You're a hater.
You're a hater.
You're a hater. And I'm like, and they're like, why are you saying that? I'm like, because they are. I think I'm pretty.
She reminds me of so many TikToks when she's like, you're a hater.
You're a hater.
I always think of you're a scammer.
Well, no, okay. So first of all, why do I care if you think I'm ugly?
Oh, period.
I think I'm pretty.
Period.
I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I'm so pretty.
Period.
If you think I'm ugly, okay.
100%.
You're not paying my bills. You're not 100%. Married to me. I don't
100%.
care. So I think that, like, stop caring about what other people think. People, there is someone for everyone, and there's a group of friends for everyone. Just be yourself. If they don't like it, they don't have to be near you. But I don't think you should change who you are so that people are around you. You don't want that. You don't want that at all.
And I just started realizing that I'm very different I'm very different to specific friend groups. Mm-hmm. And I remember recently I just had a birthday party with my friends, and John and Mel were there, and Emily were there. Very two different groups. And I mean very two different. What do I mean by that? John and Mel are Christians. They're my Christian friends. Emily, she's my rave, my going out, doing a little. I'm just kidding. But
have you ever seen that one thing? And it's like sometimes you're not invited to the function because you're not doing cooking. And I'm like, yeah, that's so real.
That's
yeah,
so real.
Yeah, you're right. I don't do that.
100%.
But no, yeah, it's just everyone has different friend groups.
100%.
Everyone does different things, and just embrace it. Like when you like, I don't know how to like word it better, but just embrace who you are. I swear it on everything. Everyone has good qualities, and I feel like the reason that a lot of insecurities come and a lot of like self hate or like self loathing is because they don't see that. Stop, like generally, just sit for a minute and see, okay, what do I have? What makes me good? And there's gonna be at least one thing. You could be funny. You could be smart. Like there's a lot of things. Don't focus on anybody else. You live for yourself. That's all. Make yourself proud. Make yourself happy. Make yourself pretty. Make yourself whatever makes you feel better. If nobody likes it, who cares? Like genuinely, who cares? I don't know.
So that's the whole premise of the episode. Who cares?
I think so. Who cares? Genuinely, who cares?
Who cares?
I was telling my sister the other day. She's like, oh, "Are you ever scared of like posting on social media?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Why? Like people are." And I was like, "I don't care. They can unfollow me.
Period.
If you don't want to watch my stories, unfollow me.
100%.
If you don't want to see my post, unfollow me.
100%.
I don't care if you don't like me. Like, it's my private story."
Did I just figure out the title of this episode?
I don't know. Like, generally, who cares? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
No,
But
I feel like
maybe that's just me. But I think that a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, I just don't want to post because people are going to perceive me." I want to be perceived.
That's free. I literally just told her, if people are talking bad at you, let them, because that's free PR.
Oh my God. When I was growing up, I was like, oh, people like, if people liked me and they said my name, great. If they didn't like me and they said my name, I didn't care. Either way, they knew my name. And if you know my name, that's good for me. That's good enough for me. You'll see my poster. Actually, I don't know if I'll be a billboard lawyer, but you'll see my name somewhere. And I'll be like,
I just see Hayel just
you'll be
like
you'll be
literally like this with her sister side by side.
You'll be like, I hate her, but you'll know who I am. If people are like, do you know her? Oh my God, I hate her. It's okay. So you know who I am. I think it's better to be known and hated or liked than to not be known at all.
Ooh, that's a good quote
Like,
right there.
I would not, like, if people knew me but hated me, I don't care. Unless, I'll just be known. Like, make yourself known. I don't know. Just a yapper. But yeah, that's me.
Just 3 hours of us just yapping. We love that. But overall, hold on. Sorry, guys.
Water break.
You don't have to know who you are. Live your life. If you want to do whatever you want to do. That's why I had her on the pod. She's doing 20 different things in life. And I know you might be thinking, oh, David, why didn't you therapize her in this episode? And that's another season for another day. That's another season.
Unfortunately, I am very stubborn.
One day, I'll bring her boyfriend on this pod.
Oh, no.
It's okay. I only have 2 microphones. One day. But no, thank you so much for being on this pod. A lot of people, like, I keep saying this, but really it was very strange for me to ask you to be on this pod because we really don't talk. But you said yes right away.
I'm down for anything except eating worms.
Oh, I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I'm okay with anything. I will say yes to anything. And
then, yeah, so thank you so much for being on this pod. I really do appreciate it. I really like picking your brain.
Oh.
You know, I always tell people, I know who you are, but can you tell me who you are? And I think that kind of opened your mind a little bit today.
It did.
You're probably going to go home and be like,
who am I? ¿Quién soy?
I was like, oh, yeah. But thank you so much for being on this pod. I really do appreciate it. Guys, that's literally basically her Instagram handle.
Yeah, just look at my last name.
Follow her straight up. She does great pictures. She's going to be a future lawyer.
I am.
Attorney General over here.
Let me know if you need a criminal defense attorney.
Half of my friends on here probably will need one.
If you get into serious crimes, I will get you out of jail.
100%. She's that good. Well, thank you guys so much. Like I said, if this week sucked or last week sucks, sorry, let me say that again.
No, if you hated me, it's okay. It's okay. You can press the dislike button. It's okay. No pasa nada, oiga.
No pasa nada.
We're all entitled to our opinions. I probably don't like you either. It's okay.
But if last week's sucked, this week's going to be amazing. Start this Monday. Amazing. Manifest it. Pray it. Whatever you want to do with your life, just go for it. And like Hayel said, who cares? Just do whatever you want to do with your life. And yeah. I'll see you guys next week.